Hey there guys, how's it going, and welcome to my top 10 elite weapon variants in Advanced Warfare. Now it's funny because with all of the top 5 videos I've done about all of the weapons in Advanced Warfare, I've never actually just straight up and did a top 10 of what I think are the best elite weapon variants in the game. I did a top 5 most wanted, but that was just 5 weapons that I didn't have that I wanted to get. So after all of my experience with all of these weapons and variants and all of my research, this is the list of what I think are the top 10 ones in the whole game. So when you're opening your supply drops, you're going to want to hope to get one of these weapons, and this is the list of ones that you're going to tick off to see that you've got the whole collection of the best weapons in the game. Obviously, if there's any that I missed that you guys think should be in this list, put them in the comment section below. Don't forget also to smash the like button on this video. Your support always helps me out, and let's get on with the top 10 countdown. At number 10, I've decided to go with the XMG Bacon and Eggs version. This one gives you +3 damage at -3 accuracy, but that damage really does make this thing an absolute melt machine when you're in lockdown mode. For those of you who don't know, you press left on the D-pad when using this weapon on console, of course, and it will go into a sentry gun style lockdown mode, which is absolutely incredible. Zero recoil, extremely fast fire rate, and you'll kill people across the map. Obviously, the downfall is that you can't move while you're in lockdown mode, but regardless, if you can use this correctly and manage to get in situations where lockdown mode suits you, you can absolutely destroy the other team, and this Bacon and Eggs variant just makes it all that much easier to do. So number 10, I've gone with the XMG Bacon and Eggs. At number 9, I've gone for the IMR Bore Strike. This is a version of the IMR with more damage and more capabilities over range. Now when the game first came out, I remember a lot of people saying that IMR is going to be one of the best weapons in the game, and it's still good, but it's not quite the top of top tier weapons. But this Bore Strike variant does help a little bit to push it up to one of the better weapons in the game. You can't forget that IMR also prints its own ammunition, a very useful thing, so you don't have to run scavenger as long as you don't play too quickly and you don't spray and pray all over the place. That is very good, and it has very controllable recoil. So the IMR, a decent weapon. The Bore Strike, in my opinion, is the best elite weapon variant of it, so that's why it's here at number 9. Moving on to number 8, and I've gone for the KF5 Breakneck. This is an elite weapon variant with increased fire rate. Personally, I find this a little bit tricky to handle, which is why it's not higher in the countdown, but a lot of you guys really love this, and it is still strong, regardless of the fact that I find it quite difficult to deal with. Now, the KF5 does more damage with the first couple of bullets than it does with the rest of the magazine. So that means that if you can get your first few bullets on target, especially with the Breakneck version, you're going to absolutely melt anyone who runs into you at close quarters. So one for more of the high skill players, but it has a higher reward if you are accurate with it and you can really get those fast reactions going and get those shots on target. So number 8 is the KF5 Breakneck. Moving on now, we have the EM1 Pona. I still feel like the EM1 is one of the most underrated guns in Advanced Warfare, although those of you who play PC won't be agreeing with me, because on PC a lot of people use this. It's very deadly when you pair it with gung-ho, laser sight, and the accuracy of a mouse. It means you can extremely quickly get rid of people in the game. It's still good on console. If you've got good accuracy, use that gung-ho laser sight pairing and you can do some massive damage with this thing. Plus, this version has better mobility and better damage to it, meaning even more damage can be dealt out. So a great weapon, a little bit underrated in my opinion, the EM1 Pona at number 7. On to number 6 now, and we're really getting stuck into the top tier elite weapon variants in this game. This is the ARX 160 Steel Bite. This is an ARX with increased damage, meaning you're going to get more one burst kills than you would with the default variant, and that's all you really want with a burst weapon. The ARX was initially a gun that a lot of people overlooked in Advanced Warfare, but as people started to vary up some of the weapons that they were using and try out things other than the bow and the AK, people found that the ARX is a really useful gun and really started to want this Steel Bite version with the extra damage. So a beastly burst rifle weapon, probably the best variant of the best burst rifle in the game, the ARX 160. Into the top 5 now, and I've gone for the MP11 Goliath. This thing is a true beast. I think it's a little bit underrated in the game. Definitely the MP11 is an underrated gun. You don't see many people running it, and to be fair, the Goliath variant isn't that much better. It does have the +3 damage, but you don't notice it too much in game. I guess just enough to give people enough encouragement to want to use it, but then they find out what an absolute beast this weapon can be. It's got a great iron sight, fast fire rate. If you're running and gunning, it is an absolutely ideal weapon to use. So one of my favourites in the game. That's why it's here at number 5, the MP11 Goliath. At number 4, I've gone for the AK-12 RIP. This might surprise some of you because I know a lot of people think this is the best gun in the game, and those of you who don't have this, I know really wish they had this in their lineup. But I'll be honest, the AK-12 doesn't suit me that much anymore in my playstyle. I'm very aggressive. That's the way I have fun in Advanced Warfare, running around like a crazy man, and this thing has a slightly slower fire rate than some of the other weapons that I like to use, so it doesn't really suit me. But if it does suit you with that slightly more defensive game style, it can be an absolute beast. It's got barely any recoil, and it's got the +1 damage, which does help a little bit over range, and with extended mags, it is a beautiful assault rifle to use. If you've got a patient game style, this is the one for you. But for me, it's number 4. I do prefer some of the other weapons that I'm going to be showing you now. So number 4, the AK-12 RIP. At number 3, I've gone for a weapon that recently I've absolutely fallen in love with, the HBR A3 Insanity. I've had this unlocked for a long time, but I didn't really use it until my recent delete, the Elite series. Then I started playing about with it, using different attachments, different game styles with it, and I found this thing with stock is an absolute monster. Often I use quick draw grip as well to aim down sight faster, so I use it like an aggressive assault rifle, and it really will melt people. The first few bullets in this weapon come out faster than the rest, so if you hit people with those first few bullets, you will drop them so quickly. Plus this has a little bit of extra damage, makes it an amazing assault rifle if you can be accurate with it, and if you can be patient and get that crosshair exactly lined up before you take that first shot, you will melt people with this weapon. The one downfall of this weapon is you can't put a red dot sight on it or a reticle on it, but if you're okay with the iron sights like I am, then this thing is an absolute beast. At number 2 is the weapon that has always been sought after from day one as probably the most desirable weapon in this game. Before any patches and buffs and nerfs, this was number 1 weapon, still is one of the top weapons in the game. The Bal 27 Obsidian Steed version gives you extra damage and a little bit extra mobility, but it does take hit on accuracy, fire rate and handling. This means it's a little bit more difficult to control while you're firing it, and sometimes I actually found that I didn't really like that, and I went back to the default Bal 27, but if you can get used to that, this still is incredible. The fire rate that this gun has, considering it's an assault rifle, is really awesome, and it really suits Advanced Warfare, and it's why you see so many people using it, even in pro matches. A lot of people are still using this, even with the other guns available. So number 2, an obvious and easy choice, still a beast of a weapon, the Bal 27 Obsidian Steed. And at number 1, I've gone for the ASM-1 Speakeasy. Now, maybe I am a little bit biased because I don't have this weapon. This is one that I want so badly. The ASM-1 is by far my favourite gun in the game. It really suits my playstyle, and ever since the buff where they made the ASM-1 a 3-hit kill over short range, I think it is the best weapon in Advanced Warfare. This is the Speakeasy version, comes with extended mags built in. You can see that Tommy gun style drum on there, giving you a huge amount of ammunition to fire down range. It also has a faster fire rate, which is deadly with the ASM-1, where the first couple of bullets come out a little bit faster, again like some of the other weapons. It takes a little bit of a hit in the damage and the range, but it really doesn't seem to affect anything. An absolute monster of a weapon. If you want to run and gun, this is the weapon for you. For me, this is the one gun I really desire. I'm hoping to get it soon in an Elite supply drop or an Advanced supply drop perhaps. So that's it. My number 1 is the ASM-1 Speakeasy. So that's it for this top 10 countdown. I just wanted to make a video that summarised my personal opinions after all of the research and all the videos I've done. What are the best weapons out there? I wanted a definitive top 10 list that was easy, simple for people to see so that they know when they're opening supply drops, what are the top guns that they really want. And in my opinion, these are the ones that you want. If there's any that I've missed out, I know I was really tempted to put the bare fist in here, but I didn't want two variants of the same weapon in, so that one didn't quite make it in. But there are some great ones. Leave it in the comment section down below with what you think, or maybe even give me your top 10 as well, and I'll reply to as many as I can and give you my opinions back. And that's it for now, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button as always, and I'll see you next time.